Hello, everybody. I almost tipped everything over here just before getting on. Here we are, and sending out my little hello message. Okay, here we are. God, it's kind of spring, but it's kind of cold out there. I don't know where you are, but Carolina, hello, and tripping on wires. Boy, everything's up today. Anyways, oops. I hopefully I won't knock everything over. This is the second time I almost did, but yeah, okay. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhaling, big sigh, and just taking that moment to like come come into alignment, into now, into just slowing down a little bit. Hey Lydia, good to see you. I was thinking about you yesterday or the day before, wondering how you're doing. And just letting yourself kind of close your eyes and just feeling like you're just coming into putting lying down and just going into that hammock and letting yourself relax. And Cherie, hello Cherie. You get into that hammock and it kind of sways and you can feel yourself slowly relaxing and relaxing and relaxing. So just allowing yourself to do that right now. Everything, your mind, your physical body, your emotions. Really important thing that we need to be able to really come into ourselves and really be present is being able to feel safe. So just bringing that up because a lot of times what happens is everything around us seems to be just fine. Hey, Asta, just there's nothing big going on. Everything's pretty calm, and but internally, there's that sense of not feeling safe. Maybe I'm not saying that's true for everybody here, um, but it often is there, and we don't realize it, and we're always kind of on the edge and nervous and not able to really just relax, just relax into the moment, and when there's nothing happening in the moment. So it's that need to feel safe, wherever that comes from, whether it's this history or past history from before this lifetime, whatever we've inherited from family maybe. And so I wanted to bring that up because we just it's always good to feel that, and even maybe we're like on the edge financially or with housing, for example, as I know some are, or anything else on the edge of relationship might be falling apart that we've been in for a while and you just weren't noticing what was going on, and then it's like, oh my god, everything's going to fall apart, and then you can kind of get that sense of all these threads kind of falling apart, so might not feel really safe in that moment or whatever it is. So allowing yourself to feel into that peace for yourself. And maybe you do feel safe enough. Oh, oh, yeah, this is going to be an interesting piece to shift that just came up here. Maybe you do feel safe enough in this moment right now, but you're just kind of going in deeper. It's like, where am I not feeling safe in myself? And what's that? So what just came up here around this issue is that people not having kind of kind of glossing over the safety piece, and just thinking, oh well, I feel fine, and just creating this core channel that's not the actual core channel. So it's thrown people off center by doing that, in doing that, and because instead of being like straight center, it just pulled off a little bit, and that's a lot. It might not seem like a lot. It's like, okay, we're just gonna like center right here, even though I'm off where I need to be with myself, off alignment, and then as you keep moving forward in that being slightly off, it's like if I'm standing here, it's like, oh yeah, I'm center, right? And the further I move closer to the camera, the more off I get. So it's the same thing. But when you're centered, if I'm straight centered, and so if you're centered in life on your path, the more you move forward, you're still centered. But if you're off, the more you come. See, you notice that with the image, and how that shows up, and you can get a real sense of. And I'm not moving sideways. I'm literally just going closer to the camera, and so you see how off you become, right? So same thing with that inner alignment. So taking yes, okay. So that's kind of sinking in for people. Good. So we're gonna work on that deeper alignment. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Get yourself, just find that seat. Find your seat. Move your butt around and find that seat if you need to. Move your legs. Get your legs in the right place, and get your back in the right place, and let yourself get centered and come into your body. So where is that not feeling safe coming up? Yep, that's starting to show up for people. Good. And it might be come up with, oh yeah, there's this situation in my life. You might feel it in your body. It might just all of a sudden some area in your body is lighting up, with tension or nervousness or agitation, whatever. So just notice that and bring your awareness into that area. And if it's a thought, just gotta ask yourself, it's like, okay, where is that living in me? Where's that showing up in inside of me? And then go to that area. So, we've got stuff that's the solar plexus, but also we've got stuff lighting up in the back for people, in the lower abdomen. Yeah, pieces. Yeah, different pieces. I won't go into each piece there for people, but just those different areas that are lighting up for kind of different reasons for people. And just be present with that part of you and just kind of breathe into that. And yeah, if you feel like you're kind of all of a sudden feel like you're really small, and it's not in terms of age, it's not in terms of size, but really small relative to whatever this other piece was for you. Just be present. You're in this space, so we're all together here. You're here. You're safe. You're here. And just kind of stay present as best as you can with whatever's coming up. And more, it's like more coming to the surface there for people. And keep breathing into that. And just know you're in the space. So whatever's coming up is just something that's coming up within you. That's frequencies that are being released out. So just okay. It's okay. It's just shifting out. It's just passing through, and it's reached the level of your consciousness. That means it's on its way out. So just acknowledge that for yourself. It's like, oh no, it's just heading out. It's heading out. You're gonna be okay. And keep breathing as best as you can. There we go. I allowed that to shift out completely. And somebody's getting a little bit of a release there, kind of like a nervous releasing out of the nervous system because I'm seeing some kind of like a little bit of emotional, but there's kind of the like this of the nervous system just releasing. So that's good. That's fine. Oh, it was good. All right, coming down, just kind of putting your awareness down into the core of the earth and into, just feeling yourself connecting to the new earth. And again, the new earth, I say the new earth because it's the new consciousness of the earth. The earth, everything again in existence is shifting to a higher state of being. Everything. So with the earth, it's the new earth. So just, I'm calling it the new earth, and probably other people are, but just allowing that to come through and connect into that. And letting yourself, just like, you're in the hammock, you just put your head back and just allowing yourself to like just float down to the core of the earth. Don't worry about grounding cords or all that stuff. Just let yourself float down. Yeah. All right. Just keep going. And when you get there, you might feel like an kind of feeling. Yeah. Some people are still kind of floating down. That's fine. Some of you are there already. So if you're there, just letting yourself just relax into that, feeling that, just taking in kind of like a feeling, maybe feeling of being held kind of thing. Yeah, there you go. Like landing on a big, huge feather bed, poof, feather comfort. Yeah, so let's just rest a minute there. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. And just allowing yourself to be kind of nurtured, filled, rejuvenated, restored with these frequencies. Just relaxing more into this. No need to be anywhere else. This is a really good place to be. Really nice and soothing and rejuvenating, revitalizing. Yeah, very nice. And so I think we'll just hang out here for a bit. We'll see if anything else needs to come up. But right now, this feels good to just be in this place. So focusing on your heart space, your breath, just feeling yourself being in this deeper place of support. Allowing that to come through more and more deeply. It's like the more you sit in that, the more you're soaking it in. Just the earth, nature, the pure frequencies of existence. And there's the piece of the what I'll term the term that's coming to mind is the divine feminine coming through, and also the divine masculine now coming through as well, just to bring us into both of those qualities for deeper balance. And allowing deeper integration to take place inside of you. Nothing you need to do, just being present, just being in your heart space, in your chest, and just aware of your breath. Be aware of the heartbeat as well, feeling yourself just out of the core of the new earth. Hmm, hmm. And maybe your breath is slowing down. Maybe you have that sense of being in that hammock, and that hammock just swaying back and forth. Another hammock session. We haven't had a hammock session in a long time. This is very nice. Very good. And just allowing your system knows what to do, just getting the head out of the way and the thinking out of the way, and allowing the system to just align itself, realign itself, recalibrate, rectify, deeper integration. Yeah, clearing out more that's been keeping people out of really coming fully in to themselves. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. and and as we stay, the work deepens. And sometimes, we kind of go running through some of this stuff. And maybe we need to because there's a bit that just needs to be covered. And then sometimes it's really good to just slow down the pace and allow this deeper unfoldment to take place, which is happening right now. Deeper unwinding. And maybe noticing if you're kind of waiting for the next step or the next piece or the next thing I'm going to say. Or so there's this kind of anticipation, waiting anticipation kind of feeling. So just notice that if that's coming up for you, and just kind of like take a deep breath in, release it out. It'll come. It'll come. Just releasing out the anticipation because it's kind of putting you on a little bit of an edge, kind of making you pulling you a little forward. So being just so coming back into that hammock again. Just deep breath, and on the exhale, letting yourself float back into that hammock even more. Feeling that sway of that hammock back and forth. The breeze. Maybe there's some little birdies singing that you can hear. Maybe it's the ocean waves, trickling water, a brook nearby. Maybe the gentle breeze in the leaves or in the pine, allowing that nature to just help you guide you back into that natural alignment, that natural state of being. Yeah. Yeah, so this is actually a really nice strengthening place also. Kind of sometimes we kind of get caught up in that strengthening, like you go to the gym and it's like lifting the weights, and doing the heavy kind of that heavy work. There's also a lot of strengthening that's happening in this place that feels like we're doing nothing. And yet this is where the regenerative, like if you take the analogy of the muscles, you're really stretching and working and those muscles when you're pumping iron or whatever. And when you let them rest, they just unwind themselves and expand out and grow into more. So right now, that's also what's happening with everybody here. Just allowing that being into that being place and allowing yourself to unwind and allowing yourself to just kind of grow into more of yourself, more of your being. Yeah, there we go. And kind of becoming aware of your breath in case you kind of went off somewhere else. That was fine. Just kind of back to the breath, the heartbeat, feeling that alignment, feeling yourself in your space, in your room, wherever you are, feeling your body. And taking a couple deep breaths, and when you feel ready, just kind of gently opening your eyes with just a soft gaze, just still in that hammock with your eyes open and noticing your physical environment. How's everybody doing there? So it may not feel as grounded as you'd expect to feel when you think of that grounding feeling, but really notice your body. Notice the presence in your body. So there might be just feeling that softness, that gentleness in that we feel when we're kind of relaxed, and just feel your head, your neck. Notice the top of your shoulders, the outer edges of your shoulders, upper arms, elbows on the inside and the outside, lower arms to your wrists and hands, coming into that torso. There's just a release that upper torso, front and back, sides, like under your armpits, sides, under your where your arms are, sides. It's a bit of fear there going on for you, Lydia. Just kind of breathe into that. Lower abdomen, and then your legs, upper your thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, heels, bottoms of your feet, top, toes. That's kind of funny. Caroline says, popped out earlier when a kitten came rubbing on me, then bit me in my armpit. Notice the armpits. That's right. And being present with whatever is going through your body. So tension or twitching or kittens biting. Coming more into that physical presence. Yeah, there we go. There's a bit of this kind of what I would say internal fighting, Lydia, going on in that area for you. Um, and it feels like it's actually starting more uh, in the pelvic area, like right in the hip, um, right pelvic area, that's causing that weirdness in the leg, and you're actually not able to really go into your leg completely. Your awareness is not really going into your leg completely. Um, so it's almost like there's a knot, and then it's like trying to undo. Anything else? Or that was kind of a dreamy session here, really kind of relaxing. So that's good. Allowing that unwinding to happen. And yeah, sometimes we start noticing these deeper pieces um, that are kind of under wraps. Right. Any thoughts in that state of relaxation, in that place of, and maybe not so deep relaxation. If not, we'll just call it a day and time to maybe shift out of that hammock. Great way to start or end the day. Yes, I feel pretty solid. Good. Yeah. Coming into that body even more if we're getting ready to start the day there, or move off and do whatever you need to do. I ran to grab my food. I don't know what you asked everyone. I would just ask to see if there was anything that was anything anybody wanted to share. I hope you were on this one because that was a good one for you. Wisdom happy. This is so. I don't know when you joined. And just notice it's like there's really no feeling like no need to say anything because we're just really present with ourselves, it, and that's it. That's it. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, good one. Um, yeah, the masculine and feminine. I think that was a carryover from yesterday, a new moon event that maybe a couple of you participated. I'm not sure who's on the call here, but some people here have participated and really good. Yeah, and that piece of the masculine and feminine came up, but in a very different way than what we're usually looking at it. And getting beyond um, those. Put on my QR code. Oh, it's already up there. God, I keep forgetting to take it down. Sorry about that. I tried to just leave it at the end, but it was up from last time for my value donation. But if you want to make a little donation for today, that's the QR code is up there on YouTube. Um, but yeah, moving beyond everything that we've learned about what we identify as feminine or masculine, and breaking those boundaries um, for ourselves and for the whole of existence, so that we can move into pure state of being, even in terms of all these things, such as the masculine and feminine. So that was a really good session. Um, okay, any other thoughts that anybody wants to share at this time, or no? Okay, then we'll call it a day, and we'll see you next time, wherever that is in the ethers, next Wednesday or anywhere else. And thanks for stopping by. It's always fun to uh, have people join in and share the space. And so thank you all for stopping in, and take care. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for the safe space. Yeah, good, good for you, Lydia. Good for you for showing up. Just say that for yourself. Yay, good for me. Good for all.